Good evening, everyone. Distinguished leaders, esteemed delegates, innovators, and citizens of the world. It is an honor to address to you today in Davos at a moment when humanity stands at a defining crossroads. Climate change is no longer a distant threat discussed only in scientific reports or international conferences. It is becoming part of daily life for millions of people. It is felt by farmers watching unpredictable seasons destroy crops. It is experienced by families whose homes are damaged by floods and storms. It is witnessed by communities facing droughts, rising temperatures, and increasing pressure on natural resources. Yet climate change is not merely an environmental challenge, it is an economical challenge, social challenge, a health challenge, and ultimately a human challenge. Across the world, economies are interconnected. When crops fail in one region, food prices can rise elsewhere. When extreme weather disrupts transportation network, global supply chains feel the impact. When communities are displaced by environmental pressure, social and political systems face new strains. Climate change reminds us that our futures are tied together more closely than ever before. However, gathering here today should not be an exercise in fear. It should be an exercise in responsibility and opportunity. History has shown that humanity is capable of extraordinary achievement when faced with difficult challenges. We have developed life-saving medicines, collected billions through technology, and explored the farthest reaches of space. The same creativity and determination can be applied to building a sustainable future. The transition to cleaner energy is already creating new industries, generating jobs, and attracting investment. Renewable energy technologies continue to become more affordable and accessible. Businesses are discovering that sustainability is not simply a moral obligation, but increasingly a competitive advantage. Investors are recognizing that long-term prosperity depends on resilience and environmental stewardship. But progress cannot be driven by governments or businesses alone. Every sector of a society has a role to play. Policymakers must create frameworks that encourage sustainable growth. Corporations must integrate environmental responsibility into their core strategies. Financial institutions must support innovation and climate-resilient development. Education institutions must prepare future generations with knowledge and skills required for a changing world. Most importantly, we must ensure that the transition is fair and inclusive. Climate solutions must not leave vulnerable communities behind. The worker whose industry is changing, the farmer adapting to new conditions, and the developing nation seeking economic growth must all have place in one shared vision for the future. As we discuss markets, technologies, and investment, let us remember that human stories behind the statistics. Climate change is about a child who deserves clean air to breathe. It is about the family seeking security after a devastating flood. It is about future generations who will inherit the decisions we make today. The question before us is not whether change will occur. Change is already happening. The real question is whether we will shape that change with foresight, courage, and cooperation. Future generations will not judge us solely by the challenges we face. They will judge us by the actions we took when we understood the consequences of inaction. They will ask whether we chose short-term comfort or long-term responsibility. They will ask whether we acted as competitors divided by borders or as partners united by a common future. I believe that humanity possesses the knowledge, resources, and ingenuity needed to address climate change. What remains is the collective will to act. Let this gathering in Davos be remembered not merely as a meeting of influential individuals, but as a moment when leaders choose collaboration over decisions, actions over delay, and hope over resignation. Together we can build economies that are prosperous, societies that are resilient, and a planet that remain capable of sustaining future generations. Thank you so much for listening.